morning got daylight on the kitchen tile, but my head still lives inside that midnight wash bay where the chrome kept catching blue and red, and long wet ribbons in the mist made every hard surface look tender enough to remember wrong. I can still hear the brushes sleeping in their frames, the dryer's island low, the vacuum hoses hanging like dark vines when my coupe sat under the lights with water on the hood and bass under the seats, breathing through the concrete like a heart that never fully came down. Everything in that place felt richer than it should have, not because of money but because the hour was late and the air was warm and the smoke in my jacket mixed with soap and rain and distant perfume until the whole scene started moving like a slow film cut for lonely men with good taste. I remember standing by the driver door with my hand on wet chrome, watching the runoff make little neon rivers across the floor, and I remember the ache in me feeling softer there, less like pain and more like a dream that didn't know how to leave when the light stayed on. Where the dark stays slow, I still feel that wash bay glow. Night drive, glide, keep rolling through my mind. Blue on the chrome and gold in the runoff lines. Night drive, where the dark stays slow, I still feel that wash bay glow. The memory keeps returning in pieces that look too beautiful to trust. The spinning red sign at the pay station, the soap blue haze caught under fluorescent beams, the side panel shining like they had just been taught how to hold a soul. I remember how the mist moved across the windshield and made the whole bay feel private, like the city had been shut out on purpose so the hour could stretch itself across the body of the car and let me sit with whatever it was I was almost willing to admit. Dreamy, yes, but there was melancholy in the shine too, when the way the water kept sliding off the hood no matter how long I watched it, in the way every reflection looked perfect only while it lasted, in the way the low end made the emptiness inside me feel polished instead of fixed. Some places don't heal you, they just make the hurt look expensive for a little while, and that car wash did exactly that with its chrome lips, its wet black floor, its humming machines, and a soft blue glow that kept telling me the night was still worth something even while it was already disappearing. Drive, keep rolling through my mind. Blue on the chrome and gold in the runoff lines. Night drive, where the dark stays slow, I still feel that wash bay glow. By the time the memory reaches its deepest color, the bay is gone, almost silent except for the fans and that bass line holding steady under the floorboards. And I'm still there in my head, leaning against the coupe while the water beads gather on the trim and the air hangs sweet with smoke and detergent and after hours desire gone quiet. There is something about machine light on wet chrome that makes a man believe in second takes. Something about mist under midnight fluorescence that turns ordinary loneliness into cinema. Something about a wash car waiting in place that feels too close to the way I keep carrying old feelings with the same clean exterior and the same unresolved engine underneath. I remember tracing a line through the fog on the side glass and watching it vanish, and I remember thinking that the whole world was built out of things just like that, bright for a second and gone, but still somehow able to leave that shape in the chest. If the bass is low enough and the night is patient, that is why the memory stays with me now, not because anything happened loud, but because nothing had to, because the chrome, the mist, the soft hum in the dark gave my silence a place to sit without judgment, and I have not found another room that knows how to hold it like that. The bay stayed blue, the water stayed black, the runoff kept shining under my shoes, and the whole midnight wash looked like one long breath caught between leaving and staying, while the subs kept speaking from somewhere below the floor. Night drive, glide, keep rolling through my mind. Blue on the chrome and gold in the runoff lines. Night drive, glide, where the dark stays slow, I still feel that wash bay glow. By the morning is clean and the concrete is dry, but in a place under my ribs where the hour never really ended, the chrome is still wet, the mist is still rising, the bay lights are still blue, and somewhere under all that memory, that bass still breathing.
It's a salt wind, blue dash. Phone on speaker, smoke in the cabin. Moon on the rail, your name on the screen, and I'm already past the last clean thought. It's just a late night message from the coast. From a black coupe rolling with a dark hole close. From a lane by the water with a guardrail gleam. And the low wind move like a half-woke dream. I got one hand light on the wheel, one thought on you. Ocean to my left, city light breaking blue. Chrome on the door, taking stripes from the signs. Your silence on my line, taking shape in my mind. I know how you keep that distance. Dress nice, all soft, little pauses in a cool low voice. All perfume and calm, all heat with a veil. All near when I'm with you, all far when I fail. So I let the coast sing through the cracked down glass. Let the smoke drift loose, let the hour just pass. And I talk to your voicemail like you right by my side. While the tide keep time and the wheels keep gliding. In the baseline, baseline in my chest. Coast lights rolling by, I ain't home yet. Body in the baseline, your trace in the dark. I keep you riding with me, even when you fall. It get melodic when the highway bends slow. When the moon hit the hood and the lane lines glow. When the speaker got my voice all soaked in the hum, a tired song, see breath in the sub down low. I'm not saying love, I'm saying I want you near. I'm saying your name sound rich in my ear. I'm saying this distance where it's silk, but it cut. Leave a man too smooth on the surface, too rough in the gut. You got that after hours look I can't shake. That warm kind of danger with the heart on break. And now I got this habit of driving too long when the night feel better than the place I belong. So I keep talking low, let the rhythm do work. Let the coast run black, let the won't stay blurred. Let your voicemail hold what I won't say and lie. All that body bass pull from the far side of night. Body in the baseline, baseline in my chest. Coast lights rolling by, and I ain't home yet. Body in the baseline, your trace in the dark. I keep you riding with me, even when you fall. Maybe you hear this tomorrow and laugh real soft. Say I only get honest when the moon hang off. That waterline silver and the road look long. When the smoke gets sweet and the beat gets strong. Maybe that's true, maybe I need this blur. Maybe I drive because it feel too much with her. Because desire look easy when the cabin dim. But your distance keep floating like perfume within. And every red signal paint gold on my hand. Every palm on the shoulder of the coastland bend. Make me think of your body in flashes and frames. Not enough to touch, more than enough to stay. I can feel that ache under black silk calm, like the whole ride got your heat in his palm. Like even the chrome on the dash wanna confess that some nights get rich from a beautiful mess. So this that voice note you never asked for, from a man still moving on a midnight shore, with the sea beside him and your ghost in the glow, and the wheel saying things I ain't saying out loud. Phone light low, sea wind warm, your name there, still not gone. Deep bass under me, blue dark ahead. I say let's not let the road do the rest. Body in the baseline, baseline in my chest. Coast lights rolling by, I ain't home yet. Body in the baseline, your trace in the dark. I keep you riding with me, even when you fall. I pull off once where the rail meets the night. Let the motor idle soft, let the water catch light. Look out one last time at the moon on the coast. At your name on my screen, at the smoke going ghost. Then I leave the message there, put the car back and drive. And the highway take me on, with your shape in the tide. for a minute. Backseat low, moon on the state, and the ocean breathing through the gate. Backseat leather warm, tint half blue from the drive lights. Mansion ahead, glass walls glowing, see behind the silver slope. I got smoke in my lungs, your perfume on my sleeve. Bass under the seats, that private kind deep. I keep looking at the house, then at your thigh, then in my hand, and back at the glass. Everything rich in a quiet way. Stone steps, low fire bowls, moon lay clean on the balcony rail. Whole place expensive enough to make craving look honest. I say less when I want more. Always been that. Just let the sub talk, let the smoke blur the edges. Let your shoulder keep brushing mine like the night got one job, and it doing it perfect. Smoke on your skin, skin in the moonlight. Stay in this hot tub, all in the blue light. Close when you breathe, closer reaching here. Smoke on your skin, I can feel it still. Driver gone, gate slid shut, only us in the dark shine. Backseat confession, not pretty real. I see the glass walls holding the ocean, holding the lamp glow, holding the shape of us before we even step out. That do something to me. Got my post dressed in silk, got the wrist looking good, your knee turned my way. Small move, big damage, I keep catching details. Gold on your wrist, heat in your neck, hair carrying soft from the coast. Smoke loop in the cabin, every little thing feel late, feel chosen. After hours craving, don't shout, it leans, it waits, it knows. Luxury got more gravity after midnight, and I got more truth in me when the bass stay low. And the house ahead look like a dream somebody paid too much to keep private. Smoke on your skin, skin in the moonlight. Stay in this hush, all in the blue light. Close when you breathe, closer each inhale. Smoke on your skin, I can feel it still. I should say less, instead I keep drifting. Looking through the glass walls, seeing the living room glow, seeing the moon break on the floor, seeing the sea reflected where the room go dark. Thinking about walking in, thinking about staying out here longer. Backseat got its own religion. Soft leather, slow bass, your wharf near enough to ruin discipline. I tell myself keep cool, then your hand lands light on my arm, and that thought gone, just gone. Now it is smoke, skin, soft sound. Now it is me trying not to sound too honest. Why the night keep pulling honesty out of me anyway? I want the second before the kiss, the dangerous one. The one where the air already know. The one where your scent got hold of the whole backseat in the mansion. Waiting outside feel less like a place and more like the next line of the confession. I've been writing in silence all drive long. On a glassy on a stone, your breath near mine, and I ain't alone. Low in prayer, one night spell, one more push, and the truth gon' tell. Smoke on your skin, skin in the moonlight. Stay in this hood, all in the blue light. Close when you breathe, closer each inhale. Smoke on your skin, I can feel it still. Door open soft, night air came in. You left first, left heat in the leather, left your scent on my sleeve. And sweating all through the backseat. Coal already glowing by the cut glass base. Gold already spilling on the booth edge. Blue already breathing through the smoke. And I was already losing myself in the scene. I remember that lounge like a slow burn blur. All low light, all soft bass, all scent and fur. Of the warm night air wrapped up in the room. Gold on the trim and blue in the fumes. Hookah stem shining with a jewel-like gleam. Leather boot deep like a half-held dream. Ashtray red at the edge of the table. Everything rich and a quiet way stable. I had that laid-back calm in my chest, but my pulse moved different when you lean to rest. And that gold soft glow by the hanging lamp, while the smoke kept rising in a velvet slant. No loud scene, just a beautiful ache. The kind that lingers long after the wake of a hand on the thigh or return of the head. The kind that stays floating when the song is dead. I still feel the bass in the cut of the night. Still see your outline in blue gold light. Still taste the hush of that after hours air. Still wear that moment like smoke in my hair. Gold on your skin, blue in the haze. Gold in the room where the late night sways. Blue on the smoke, gold in my mind. I still see both when I close my eyes. Gold on your skin, hey, deep low glow in a slow replay. Blue on the smoke, go left behind. All of that night still living in mind. I think of the cold with the heat turned low. The way it pulsed red on the glass below. The way the hose curled dark by your wrist. The way the whole room moved inside the mist. Gold accents catching the low warm shine. Blue from the sun making silk of the time. And me sunk back with a leather held heat. Letting that melancholy move with the beat. Dreamy in the best and the worst kind of way. Like I knew even then it would never quite stay. Like the luxury came with a beautiful sting. Like every soft touch had an end in the bring. I remember the fragrance that stayed in the air. Sweet and smoky, expensive, rare. Mixed with the burn and the bass down low. Mixed with the slow way the minutes would go. Nothing too sharp, nothing too cold. Just long and dressed up in dim lit gold. Just one long move with a blue heart in it. And me still gone every time I revisit. God, gold on your skin, blue in the haze. Gold in the room where the late night sways. Blue on the smoke, gold in my mind. I still see both when I close my eyes. Gold on your skin, blue in the haze. Deep low glow in a slow replay. Blue on the smoke, go left behind. All of that night still living in mind. By the time the room got thinner and late, the lounge felt softer, heavier with fate. More gold on the bottles, more blue in the air. More of that ache that made beauty feel rare. I was still there in the afterglow drift, watching the smoke make everything shift. Watching the bass make the shadows breathe. Watching the warmth do what did to me. I keep remembering the smallest things. The chrome on the tray, the glint on your ring. The hush between kicks when the record went deep. The way my cool broke without making a scene. That melancholy sat, fine in the plush. Hid in the glow in the undernote rush. Made every second feel rich and thin. Like bliss and loss had both walked in. Even now I can feel that room, that low lit spell. That blue gold bloom, that hookah haze. Turn the time to silk. That late night softness, smooth as milk. And every time I let my mind go back, I find that boot, that scent, that track. Find that feeling when it can't buy twice. Find that night still dressed in light. Deep in the gold, lost in the blue. Smoke in the air, in the memory of you. Low on the bass, soft in the chest. Dreams got heavier after the best. Gold on your skin, blue in the haze. Gold in the room where the late night sways. Blue on the smoke, gold in my mind. I still see both when I close my eyes. Gold on your skin, blue in the haze. Deep low glow in a slow replay. Blue on the smoke, and stayed. Caught in the booth, caught in my sleeve. Gold had gone soft, blue had gone thin, but that scent kept moving long after you did.
A silhouette rose from the velvet haze, gold on her wrist, dark red on her lips, hookah glass glowing soft by her thigh, and the whole room leaned when she crossed that line.
I said, you walked in like the room got slower. Bass sat low, then the air got warmer. Gold trim shimmer on the edge of the booth. Your perfume hit first in the truth. I said, don't talk big if you calm too thin. I can read that heat through the smoke you in. You got that laid back flame, that velvet stare, that kinda cool, make the whole spot care. I watch your fingers on the jeweled whole stem. Soft little pull, let the cloud unroll. Then amber on your skin from the pendant light. Made the gold all melt in the side of the night. I saw your chain catch low flame once, then fade right back when the drum line punched. No rush in you, just a patient slide. Like you knew I'd stay if you kept that vibe. Table full of glow, cut fruit, dark shine. Ice in the bucket, but your touch stayed mine. Room full of whispers, all bird to tone. Soon as your knee brushed mine, I was gone.
Slow, hush, go, hold me in the late light. Love, smoke, slow, close, keep me in the same night. Slow, hush, go, don't let the moon break. Stay right here, till the dark day breaks.
You said, what you chasing when you dress like sin? I said, maybe peace with a sweeter skin. Maybe one long look that don't ask names, just bass. Warm air in a mouth like flame. I said, girl, you move like a record chop. Silk over drums when the bar top drops. Your laugh fell low in the gold leaf room. And my whole little cool off shaped too soon. Hook a crime buddy, yeah. Jewel tone glass, cloud laid thick where the spotlights pass. I let one strand of hair fall down my chest just to feel your eyes try and stay dressed. You knew what you doing, that dangerous grace. Red stone ring in that half-turned face when you leaned in close, said play it smooth. My heartbeat tripped, but my voice stayed cool. I like when a man let the silence speak, when the weight in his pause hit hard and deep. No loud charm, no thirsty spin, just slow black sleeves and a patient grin. Whole lounge floating on a syrupy sway, gold accents dripping off ashtray trays. And every little second you stayed in reach felt like rich bad habits learning to breathe.
Soft, hush, go, hold me in the late light. Blush, smoke, slow, close, keep me in the same night. Soft, hush, go, don't let the mood break. Stay right here, till the dark break.
I told you, last rounds got called 2 songs back. Still nobody moved, we was good like that. Server stacking glasses in the far off blur, but the booth felt built for just me and you there. I told you I could leave, but the floor too deep. That low end got my thoughts on a velvet leash. You smiled one time, put your hand on my arm, and the whole gold room turned tender and warm. Long and wear pretty when the lights sit low, when the smoke draw halos and the pulse move slow. I wanted more than the usual tease. Wanted that after hours ache with E. Pack it in, it's all in the tilt of your thigh. All in the gloss of the coldest shine. All in the way you said maybe not yet. Made restraint feel richer than the rest. So I moved in closer, let my shoulder rest. Heard your breath change pace in my neck. Ain't no need for forever talk. When the booth got fire in the dark can walk. Yeah, just one more pull and the room went plush. Your voice in my ear turned the whole night lush. I knew right then when your hand found mine. Some nights ain't love, but they still feel divine. Tell me, you feel that? Yeah, in the bass line. Tell me, you want that? Yeah, for a long time, bowed in the haze, heat in the hush. One more slow breath and we both give up.
Hold me in the late light. Blush, smoke, slow, close, keep me in the daybreak. Soft glow.
Yeah. Coal already glowing. Gold already flickering on the glass. Yeah. Smoke already climbing through the low red light. And my pulse already sunk in the booth. Yeah. Velvet under my arm, warmth in the leather. Low room breathing like the bass got lungs. Like the whole lounge moving slow on a private tie. Hooker stem shining with that polished gold edge. Thin amber flare, then dim again. I sit back cool, but the warmth stay forward. Blue haze folding over the table tray. Over the ash, over the bottleneck sweat. Over the thought I keep trying to smooth out. Skin in the near dark, catch little pieces of light. A shoulder, eighth thigh, eighth throat. Then gone, then back in the glow. Everything rich without trying too hard. Everything soft enough to make danger look expensive. I keep my face laid back, chain cold on my chest. Hands slow by the glass. But inside it feel like the room keep pulling one thread. And every pull make the night fit tighter. Desire got taste in here. Sweet smoke, warm perfume, gold heat. No need for noise when the mood already dripping. Yeah.
Velvet on the pulse, gold on the breath. Slow on the body, low in the chest. Velvet on the pulse, stay in the spell. Haze hold me close till the lights all melt.
Yeah.
Velvet on the pulse, gold on the breath. Slow on the body, low in the chest. Velvet on the pulse, stay in the spell. Haze hold me close till the lights all melt.
I let the kick drum press through the booth frame and settle in my ribs where the patience live. Short look, long ache. That kind that never rush, never begs, never breaks posture. Just leans, just lingers, just turns every passing second into something thick enough to wear. The lounge got that after hours glaze on it. The syrup slow shine where every movement leaves a trail. Gold trim round the tables, gold flare on a cold cage. Gold dust in the dim where the smoke get dense and the whole room look poured instead of built. I keep sinking lower into the suede, watching the haze curl around the pendant lamps and soften the edges of everything I shouldn't want this much. But I do. Calm on the outside, pressure underneath, a slow luxury ache moving with the sub. Deeper each time the room exhales. Just the kind of night that make restraint feel dressed up. The kind that makes silence feel physical. The kind that turn one glance into a full-length thought with nowhere clean to land. Yeah.
Velvet on the pulse, gold on the breath. Slow on the body, low in the chest. Velvet on the pulse, stay in the spell. Haze hold me close till the lights all melt.
Yeah.
Velvet on the pulse, gold on the breath. Slow on the body, low in the chest. Velvet on the pulse, stay in the spell.
Yeah.
Haze hold me close till the lights all melt.
Now the lounge feels smaller, richer, later. Less crowd, more smoke. Less motion, more pull. I can feel the warmth collecting in the fabric, in the glass stem, in the dark lacquer shine at the table where my fingertips keep tracing the same idle path. No dialogue, never needed. The room says enough through the way it glows, through the way the bass keeps kissing the floor, through the way the hookah bubbles once, twice, then settles back into that seductive hush. Haze-soaked desire got a slow crown tonight. It sit heavy and clean, not messy, not frantic, just smooth enough to pass for confidence if nobody look too close. But I know what it is. It is the long burn under the cool. It is the lonely part dressed in black sleeves and gold light, pretending composure while the body keeps listening for more. Every detail feeded, The red coat wink, the chrome clasp on the bag by the booth, the warmth in the air around bare skin, the velvet shadows making everything feel touched before it ever gets touched. I stay still, mostly. Only the breath change, only the pulse turn louder, only the night keeps sliding deeper into me like it paid to stay. Low room, gold room, smoke in the lungs in the dark on plush. One more breath, one more wave, one more minute in the velvet hush. I let the hunger look expensive, I let the calm do half the work. I let the bass keep drawing circles till the whole night blurred at the edges first. Yeah. Velvet on the pulse, gold on the breath, slow on the body, low in the chest. Velvet on the pulse, stay in the spell. Haze hold me close till the lights all melt. Cold turn softer, gold turn thin. Bass still moving under every. Smoke keep rising, and the edges go dark. In the booth, the glass, the pulse, the warmth, all fade to black.
I still remember that low-lit room in the gold haze drift. Coal in the crown, glass glowing amber, smoke going silk. Late set, slow breath, warm on the booth line. Deep in the chest with a kick hit on time. I had the afterglow all in my mind when I walked back through it. All of that hush, all of that heat, all of that soft music. Your perfume stays sweet in the lounge air mix, with the dark red ember and the polished gold trim. I keep seeing your shoulder in the pendant glow, your wrist on the hose and the cloud rising slow. Nothing too loud, just tender and rich, just a room full of velvet with a low-end kiss. I sat in the memory and let it lean back, let the smoke make halos and the bass keep track. Midnight tenderness in a clean black frame, and every small detail still calling my name.
Body on the bass, bass on the skin, gold in the smoke, let the whole night spin. Body on the bass, bass pull me in. You move on it, groove on bend.
I still got flashes in the triplet row, gold on your throat, blue in the cold, ash in the tray, ice in the glass. Soft little look when the slow song passed. Hookah bubbles low with a syrupy sound. Sub in the floor made the booth line drown. Every time you leaned, the mood got deep. Every time you breathed, the room lost sleep. I ain't thinking straight in the recollection, just warm little cuts from a perfect section. Your knee by mine in the dark got plush. My chain went cool, but my pulse got rushed. That kind of closeness don't ask for much, just a laid out mood and a near soft touch. I keep replaying the way that it felt, gold all around while the low notes melt. And even now when the room is gone, that body bass link still living on.
Body on the bass, bass on the skin, gold in the smoke, let the whole night spin. Body on the bass, bass pull me in. You move on it, turn the room down in.
Now the afterglow sit like a burn gone sweet. Same lounge in my head, same drag, same beat. I remember the cold getting lower and redder, the gold accent softer, the air getting better. Less of the crowd and more of the hush, more of the smoke and the late night blush. Your outline there in the lack of dark, like the whole room curved around one spark. I can feel the tenderness dressed in style, all smooth and slow with a dangerous smile. No hard confessions, no bright display, just a body near bass and a luxury sway. The memory loop got a triplet slide, smoke, gold, skin all tied inside. I keep going back to the smallest things, how the low note touched all the chrome on your rings, how the booth held heat when the hour went thin, how the room
stayed rich while the night caved in. That's why it lingers, that's why it stays. Not just the touch, but the smoke and the waves. Up bass through the floor and the warmth through the cloth. Like midnight itself didn't want to cut off. Low go, slow glow, warm smoke, deep low. One move, one breath, one more night in my chest. Cold red, room soft, still feel what the beat brought.
Body on the bed, face on the skin, gold in the smoke, let the whole night spin. Body on the bass pull me in. You move on into the room, gonna win.
Now the lounge is gone quiet, but the haze still talk. Cold turned black, still the memory walk. Gold went thin, but the low stays deep, and the smoke keeps speaking like it never left me.
First thing I catch, your perfume in the salt air. Blue dark lights, blink twice, then away. And your hand on my sleeve, hull cut soft through the black water. I ease that line and breathe that pause. Marina neon break on the chrome rail. Small red ash fall near the hard deck. Warm wind lean in, slow like a secret. Your hair move once, then stay in my chest. Bass from below turn ribs to thunder. I keep one palm on the wheel, one thought on your skin. No rush in the route tonight. Just slips, piers, low waves, dim signs. Boulevard lights smear gold on a harbor mouth. City behind us, still humming, still blurred. You shift that close like heat got weight. My voice stay low, but the room in me tilt. Haze in the stern, light silver and loose. Night make everything softer, then closer. I talk in half lines, you answer in breath. Whole boat drifting like it know our time. An engine purr, deep tire hum, cousin in the water. Long route, no crowd, just after hours there. And a little second drag, silver the moment like the dark. Got patience and we got more.
Salt on your skin, smoke in the wind. Hold that hush, let me drift right in. Neon away, your touch no wind. Slow burn, we do it again.
We passed the last loud yacht near the channel. Music then now, just kicking posts. My chain catch deck light, then disappear. Your nails draw maps where the cold can't stay. Ocean air sweet with your perfume trail. Mixed with that rolled up calm in my lungs. You laugh one note, then bite it short. I watch that spark land warm on the dark. Everything glow, not bright, just enough. Console lit soft like a studio board. I steer by instinct, by shoreline halos. By how your knee keep brushing my leg. This ain't fast love, this slow cooked velvet. Deep bass under it, low and addictive. We move like late records, spinning too warm. Needles sunk deep, no reason to lift. Your whisper ride my ear, then vanish. I chase that space with a grin and a pause. Moon laid flat on the water in strips. We cut through silver, then close it behind us. No hard edges here, no stiff coat angle. Just warm reflections in midnight motion. I let the silence do half the talk, and you let your body bitch the ball.
Salt on your skin, smoke in the wind. Hold that hush, let me drift right in. Neon away, your touch no mirror. Slow burn, we do it again.
Far from the slips now, only beacons. Tiny red blinks in the far off dark. I kill one light, let the deck go amber. Your outline melt with the cushioned seats. The harbor breathes, slow in the distance. We float in the pocket between two songs. I know this vibe, not from a photo, from that exact ache when the night gets perfect. Skin hold warmth like the wood hold summer. Smoke hang lazy with a stern lamp fades. I taste sea salt when I kiss your shoulder. Taste long hours when you say my name. No overplay, I keep it measured. Lay back, draw with a weight underneath. Each pause hit harder than quick confessions. Each small move make the air turn thick. Chrome trim glow by your crossed legs. Soft haze ribbon around your waist. Even the weight look calm behind us like the water don't wanna break the spell. I point the bow when the dawn ain't ready. You lean back slow, let your eyes half closed. Whole coast sleeping, but we still moving. Heavy low wind and a hard on cruise. And the marina fade to a necklace Palace of light behind us, no crowd, no clocks, just warm air and your skin near mine. I say less now, let the pulse say more, let the boat breathe, let the dark stay kind. Soft on your skin, smoke in the wind, hold that hush, let me drift right in. Neon away, your touch no end, slow burn, we do it again. Then morning comes quiet, gray on the water, ash in the tray, no big last line. Just gullets far off and the engine at rest. Your perfume stayed in the seat back in my shirt and haze. I look at the harbor, weight turning flat and let that silence say what it says.
Above that basement door, the city was still glittering in thin gold lines and tied red signals. But down below the stairwell, the bass was already turning the air heavy. Already drawing me into that underground room where the smoke rings floated slower than time and the night learned how to speak without a mouth.
This morning got daylight on my table and quiet on my phone. But my mind is still down in that vinyl bar where the ceiling sat low. The liquor shelves burned amber and the turntable spun soul through a velvet dark haze that made every breath feel expensive. I remember the leather booth first, then the ash in the tray, then the polished chrome on the tone arm, catching one narrow stripe of red and letting it slide off like it had done that all night. And then I remember how the room smelled like perfume, cedar smoke and after hours appetite dressed in patience. Nothing in that place rushed me, not the bartender moving through gold light, not the bass rolling under the floor like a second pulse, not the smoke rings lifting off the far side of the room and widening above us like soft halos with bad intentions. I sat there wearing that laid-back calm men borrow when they want too much and say too little, letting the low end hold my ribs together while the whole bar turned dreamy and close and full of the kind of craving that never begs, it just stays near and keeps breathing. When the haze say stay, I hear love in it. When the bass go low, I let my blood drift with it. When the smoke touch skin, the whole night get fluent. Haze has a language, and I still speak. I keep replaying the way that room moved in loops, how the record crackled just enough to feel intimate, how the booth scene caught a little blue from the sign near the stairs, how the drink in my hand held gold like a secret and the glass kept sweating slow while the hour leaned deeper. That underground glow had a way of making long and look polished, of making closeness feel like a luxury item nobody could price right, of turning a small shift in the booth or a hand on the table edge into something cinematic enough to live on after the night had gone. The smoke rings did their work too, widening and breaking and widening again above the lamp glow like they knew more than I did. Like they had seen this kind of after hours hunger before and understood how to translate it into something smooth enough to survive the morning. Even now I can feel the bass under my chest and the warmth of that room in the back of my neck. And it gets hard to tell whether I miss a person, a touch, or just the way the haze made every silent sound answer before anybody spoke. When the haze say stay, I hear love in it. When the bass go low, I let my blood drift with it. When the smoke touch skin, the whole night get fluent. Haze has a language, and I still speak it. By the late part of it, the city above had become irrelevant. Just a rumor past the basement ceiling. While down there the vinyl kept spinning, the chrome kept flashing little fragments of light, and the smoke kept softening every line until the whole room felt built from memory before it was even over. That was the dangerous sweetness of it. How the bar never gave me anything loud to hold, only dexters and pressure and warmth, only the deep grain of the bass, the slow red ember in the ashtray, the rich dark shine of bottles behind the counter,
in the sense that I was one breath away from saying more than a night could carry. I think that is why the craving lasts till in the morning, because nothing resolved down there, because the room knew how to keep everything open, because the haze kept turning one into atmosphere and atmosphere into devotion until I could no longer tell whether I was listening to the music or being instructed by it. Now I sit up here with daylight pretending to be honest, while all I really want is that basement back, that low to ceiling, that leather booth, that polished tone arm, that smoke ring widening over a glass of gold, that feeling of being understood by a room that never asked me one question. Below the city, below the noise, below the clean bright lights of day, there was bass in the floor and smoke in the light and a record turning all my distance into need. And there was something in that haze that knew my shape too well, something that made the whole night legible without using words. When the haze says stay, I hear love in it. When the bass go low, I let my blood drift with it. When the smoke touch skin, the whole night get fluent. Haze as a language, and I still speak it. So the room is gone, and the stairwell is empty, and the city above is already acting like none of that happened. But the smoke keeps speaking from somewhere under my ribs. The bass keeps breathing in the silence between things. And every time I close my eyes, I can still hear that underground haze telling me to come back. Chrome lighter on the dash, dust on the hood. Blue numbers on the console, headlights poured out on gravel. When did the door seem? I put up high where the city turned to jewelry, and the canyon hold the dark like a secret with expensive taste. Left the engine low so the bass could keep breathing, left the smoke in the cabin so the whole night stayed soft around me. Leather still warm, chain still cool on my chest, my watch face catching little cuts of light from the dash, and everything felt dressed in that late hour calm where a man can look composed while his heart moves slower and heavier. I got that dreamy kind of ache on me tonight, that polished sadness that rides clean and never asks too much. Just a little more road in the memory, just a little more glow on the hands, just a little more wind slipping through the cracked glass to make the silence feel richer than it should. From up here the city looked like a low neon spill, like somebody poured devotion far below and let it blur. And I kept staring out over the guardrail, like maybe distance could make longing look holy. Neon in the haze, I stay devoted. Headlights on the dust, and my chest wide open. Wind keep calling low, while the low end hold it. Neon in the haze, I stay devoted. I let the night lean back into me, with that syrup soft pressure of the sub under the seats, with that dry canyon wind brushing the collar of my jacket, with that gold city shimmer way down there making everything feel almost remembered. This overlook got a luxury all its own, not velvet ropes, not flash, not crowds, just black paint, chrome trim, warm smoke, and the kind of view that turns a private hurt into cinema. I stay there watching the beams carve pale roads through the brush, watching the haze move slow through the light like it had nowhere else to be. And every little object in the car started holding weight. The ring by the cup holder, the ash in the tray, the stitched leather under my hand, the key turned half forward in the ignition. Dreamy and melancholy at the same time, like the night wanted to comfort me and leave me empty in the same breath. And I let it, because some moods sound better when the bass sits low, when the whole world narrows to wine headlights and a part of me still reaching.
Neon in the haze, I stay devoted. Headlights on the dust, and my chest wide open. Wind keep calling low, while the low end holding. Neon in the haze, I stay devoted.
I know I could've driven off sooner. Let the gravel spit in the road, swallow the hour, but there was something in the stillness up there that felt too smooth to break, too rare to rush, too close to truth. I kept one hand on the wheel and one thought on the ache. That ache dressed in cologne and dark fabric. That ache lit blue by the dashboard and gold by the city below. That ache with enough style to pass for peace if nobody looked too hard. The wind kept pressing at the door like an old song, and the headlights kept the canyon edge in a pale quiet line. And I kept sitting inside that after hours spell, like a man trying to memorize how loneliness looks when it gets polished by distance and engine hum. That is what devotion became tonight. Not a promise, not a name, just this low black overlook, this smoke hanging sweet in the cabin. This body held together by deep bass and restraint. This wish that the haze would keep everything unfinished, so I would not have to choose between leaving and filling.
Cold wind, warm sea, blue dash, heartbeat, dust glow, chrome shine. One more minute, with the dark on mine. Neon in the haze, I stay devoted. Headlights on the dust, and my chest wide open. Wind keep calling low, while the low end holding. Neon in the haze, I stay devoted.
Then the hour thin, the wind kept moving. The lighter cool beside the keys. Ash sat quiet in the tray. Blue numbers held on at the console. Headlights stayed fixed on the gravel. And under all of it, that bass kept breathing.